Compression can be simplified down into just 4 distinct styles. Term review, we have transient or the peak of the note, and we also have the tail or the valley of the note. When we're looking at a note, this is the transient or the peak, the loudest point of the note, generally at the beginning, and then we have the tail of the note, which is everything else. The goal with compression is to control the relative difference between the transient and the tail with 3 of the styles of compression. The only thing that actually matters with your compressor is the attack function and the release function. An attack can either be fast or slow. Fast is defined as it captures the transient, so it clamps down on that first part of the note, and then slow is it does not clamp down on that first part of the note. Release can either be fast or slow. Fast means it releases right away after the note is no longer passing the threshold of the compressor, and slow is that it hangs on for at least a while longer after that threshold is no longer being passed by the note. By combining these 2 different styles, we can create the 4 styles of compression. If we choose a fast attack and then we have a fast release, this is known as thick compression. Thick compression will look something like this, and it's going to decrease the level of the transient in relation to the tail. The example that I have here is already gain stage so that it's brought back up to the prior level it was before, but as you can tell, the tail is far fatter and it's thicker and it feels heavier, so that's what thickness of compression gives us. The next style of compression is a slow attack and still have a fast release. This gives us groovy compression. Groovy compression, it avoids that initial transient and then clamps down right after that, but then it releases at the end of the tail because the release is very fast. So it's only capturing that middle section, decreasing the beginning of the tail, but releasing everything else out. Then we have fast attack and slow release. So this is known as normalizing compression, and the only exception where we're not actually focusing on the microdynamics. So we're not focusing on the difference between the transient and the tail because normalizing compression captures everything. So without compression, right, we have a very inconsistent take overall. So note to note, there's a big variance of dynamics versus after consistency compression, it's going to normalize everything and make it more consistent, hence the name consistent compression. We will not use this very often, if at all. The last style of compression, as you can probably guess, is a slow attack and also a slow release, which gives us punchy style compression. We're avoiding compressing that transient right away, and then we decrease the tail. So as you can look at just the tail, right, so the transient looks like it doesn't change, but then you look at the tail is really squished down in comparison to the transient, so this creates a very punchy feeling signal when we run our tracks through this particular style of compression. So if you want to learn mixing with short punchy lessons just like the one you just saw, this was actually a lesson taken from the course 5-Day Beat Mixer. So if you want to experience the next level of mixing education, then click the link right below this video. With over 100 students already enrolled and loving the course, I've gotten review after review on how great the course is and how much it's helping people with their mixes gain clarity in the mixing process, removing all of the confusing instruction they've received in the past, giving people real results with their beats. So if you're ready to mix industry standard beats in the next 5 days, then click the link right below this video, and I can't wait to see you on the inside. I'll see you there.